Hey, it's Katie, and in this video I'm going to be breaking down brows for you to make it super simple. I don't like to overcomplicate my brows. I usually have just a few minutes to do my makeup in the morning, so I keep it pretty simple. So that's what I'm going to share with you today is my simple brow routine. If you're new to my channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit the little bell to get notified every time I post a new video, and just for subscribing and tuning in, I have a free download for you. In the description below, there is a link and it's to my beauty guide. It has some great tips and tricks in there for you, so don't forget to go ahead and grab that download. First thing we're going to talk about is the shape of your brow. So there are a couple key points on your face that will help guide you on where your brows should start, arch, and end. So if you take a liner or a brush that you have, whatever tool you'd like to use, and you will use the side of your nose here as a guide. So if you go to the side of your nose and you go straight up, right there is where your brow should start. Then if you angle and go through your pupil while you're looking straight ahead, right there is where your brow should arch. And if you continue going and you go to the corner of your eye, to the corner of your nose, right there at that point is where your brow should end. So those are the three key points that will help kind of guide the shape of your brow. You can also use a stencil to help guide the shape of your brow as well. You can grab those off of Amazon. I'll share a link for you below on that. And until you get really comfortable with the shape of your brow, that's definitely a great place to start, just to help you get the shape of your brow down. For the different products that you can use for your brows, I like to use a powder. So I have a brow palette here that has a couple different, a light and a dark powder, as well as some highlights and a wax. You can also use a brow liner. This one has the liner on one end, and then it has the little spoolie brush on the other. If you don't have either of those, you can also use a eyeshadow. So if you have an eyeshadow that has a color similar to your brow color, you could always use that as well, and a brush. So I use the Brow Artist brush here. It's super thin, so it has a really thin, precise edge on it, and it is angled, and then also has the spoolie on it. So using the brow palette here, I'm going to start with the wax and just put a little bit of wax in my brow just to kind of tame it a little bit. And I'll do the other side. Now what I like to do is take the darker color in this palette and I will outline the bottom of my brow, then the top, and then I'll kind of fill it in. So I just dip it in just a little bit and below, above, and then I'll fill it in. You may have noticed that I left the beginning of my brow untouched. So what you can do is take a lighter shade for a more natural looking brow, is take the lighter shade and then use that in the beginning of your brow. Alright, so now that I have that all filled in, I'll go ahead and take the spoolie end and just kind of brush it out a little. Brow one done. So now I'll go ahead and do the same thing on the other side, and I will caution you that your brows will not match, and that is okay. Don't get frustrated if they don't match. They will never match. Nobody's brows are ever perfect and ever match. Nobody will notice, I promise. It's only you who notice it. Okay, you may have noticed on this brow, it doesn't start in the same place as this one naturally. So I actually take that darker color and bring it all the way down, and now I'll go over top of it with the lighter color just on the end. But if I don't do that, then it really looks wonky. So I just had to bring it a little closer together first and then I'll do the same thing. Now, if you have some more time to do your brows, what you can do next is take some concealer, put that on a brush, and just kind of outline the top and bottom of your brow to give it more of a highlight and really define your brow. If you don't have as much time, don't worry about it, and just go ahead and take a highlight color. If you have an eyeshadow, that's a great highlight color, similar to this one. This works as a great highlight under your brow. Just put a little bit under here. What I usually end up doing is just kind of taking my finger and just putting a little bit on and going under my eyebrow. And there you have it, brows are done. If you found value in this video, please go ahead and leave me a like and a comment. And don't forget to grab your free download and subscribe so you get a notification every time I post a new video. And I'll see you next time. Bye.